South China Sea tensions soar as Philippines asks surrounding nations to come together. China has continued to increase its gains in the region and has come into minor conflicts with several states including the Philippines, Taiwan and Vietnam. Speaking recently, Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio called for a truth movement to go against China. In a bold speech, Mr. Carpio called on the surrounding nations to come together against China as he called Beijing's propaganda claims to territory as the fake news of the century. Mr. Carpio added, "This true history is clear, obvious and simple. China never owned the South China Sea in the past, and there are high seas in the South China Sea that belong to all mankind, as there are exclusive economic zones in the South China Sea that belong solely to the adjacent coastal states." The disputes in the region have erupted ever since China instigated its 9-dash line, where it has laid claim to a large amount of area in the South China Sea. In 2016, an arbitral tribunal in The Hague nullified China's claims against the Spratly Islands off the coast of the Philippines. The U.S. military deploys a second RC-135S Cobra Ball special reconnaissance aircraft to Japan. An independent site tracking the movements of planes said the U.S. Air Force could have added a second plane at Kadena Air Base. The first Cobra Ball was stationed in Okinawa in March to track ballistic missiles in North Korea. In May, Pyongyang launched multiple short-range missiles that could potentially target South Korea and Japan. The second RC-135 was moved to Japan from Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska to Kadena. The RC-135 comes equipped with precision radar and special electro-optical instruments designed to observe ballistic missile flights at long range. The aircraft can also monitor missiles during boost and re-entry phases. New Zealand military's $20 billion shopping list consists of planes, boats, soldiers, satellites and drones. New Zealand has signed off the $1 billion-plus purchase of 5 new C-130J aircraft, citing the need for proven reliability and a critical defense capability. The Lockheed-manufactured C-130 aircraft are used by the Defense Force for passenger and cargo movement in support of combat, peacekeeping and humanitarian relief operations. It's used across the Pacific, Antarctica and further afield. The plan also signals moves to bolster the Army with a total of 6,000 infantrymen and women by 2035. It signaled the Defense Force's expectation it would be required to respond to multiple incidents at once. Defense Minister Ron Mark said significant investment in Navy equipment would see the purchase of an enhanced sealift vessel to complement HMNZS Canterbury. An additional vessel scheduled to replace Canterbury would be purchased in the mid-2030s at a cost of more than $1 billion. Maintaining a 2-vessel sealift fleet to complement recently confirmed P-8A Poseidon's planes. The government would also invest in maritime satellite surveillance in 2025, and long-range unmanned aerial vehicles, or military drones, after 2030. Replacements are also planned for the maritime helicopter and offshore patrol vessel fleets in the long term.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the channel and want to support, please support on Patreon or PayPal. The details are given below in the description.